Okay, so you're ready to step up your investment game, huh?
Sounds like it.
Well, you've come to the right place. We're going to go on a deep dive into investing prowess.
That's right.
Now, forget those images you have of like stuffy suits or super complicated algorithms, because today
Yeah,
we're going way beyond just, like picking stocks.
definitely.
And we're going to uncover some of the surprising factors that really make all the difference.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people think investing is just this one thing, but it's really like a whole journey. It's not about just like
Right.
getting to some destination. It's about figuring out how to like learn as you go, and anyone can do it.
It really is fascinating to me because it sounds like we're talking about so much more than just making money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When we say like investing prowess,
Absolutely.
what does that even mean?
I mean, really think of it as like making decisions, but like smart decisions, informed decisions.
Yeah.
And then a huge part of it is managing risk effectively. And then, at the end of the day, getting closer to actually like achieving your financial goals,
Okay,
whatever those are for you.
got it.
Whether that's early retirement, like you want to travel the world, you want to, buy a boat, whatever it is. But before we can even get to any of that stuff, we need to talk about the foundation.
It's just like foundation, so like investing 101.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like you got to understand the basics of how this all works.
Right.
You have to wrap your head around financial markets, and the basic like investing principles, and then,
Right.
What are all the different like vehicles for investing?
Like the different ways you can invest your money.
Exactly. It's kind of like when you think about building a house, right? You can't just start putting up walls
Yeah.
if you don't have a strong foundation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
Okay, so no skipping ahead
Yeah, no skipping ahead.
to the, fancy roof decorations yet.
Not yet. You got to get the foundation first. But then there's another thing, too.
Yeah.
The market's always changing, right?
Yeah, always
Yeah.
changing. Yeah, how do you even like keep up?
So research and analysis, those are your best friends.
Okay.
When it comes to that, it's about like digging deeper, really understanding what are the trends in the market, and
Oh.
getting to know the companies that you're putting your money into.
Yeah,
Like, don't just, blindly invest in something.
right.
You got to actually look into it, do the research. It's like detective work in a way.
Oh, I like that.
It can be fun.
Like a game.
It is.
Okay, so you've got your foundation, you're doing your research.
Yeah.
But there's got to be more to it than that.
Yeah.
Like, what about choosing the right investment strategy?
Yes. That's key.
Because I've heard of things like value investing, growth investing.
Uh-huh.
It all just seems kind of overwhelming.
It can be if you don't know what you're doing, but that's why it's so important to create a personalized investment strategy.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just about one size fits all. It's
Right.
about what do you want to achieve as an individual right? How much risk are you comfortable with? How long are you planning to invest?
Oh.
All of those factors play a role.
So it's kind of like choosing your own adventure,
Yeah, exactly.
but with money.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it.
Okay, I like that.
Like, say your goal is you want to have like long-term growth, for retirement.
Right.
Then value investing,
Right.
that might be like your jam.
What is value investing?
It's basically about like finding those companies that are maybe a little undervalued right now,
Okay,
but they have strong potential.
I see.
So it's like you're going to a flea market and you find like this hidden gem. You're
Right.
like, oh, wow, this is actually really high quality,
Right.
but I'm getting it for a bargain.
Okay.
But then you have other people who they're aiming for like faster growth.
Okay.
Maybe they're okay with a little bit more risk. And so growth investing might be better for them.
Uh-huh.
And that's where you focus on companies that have, like really high earning potential.
They're like on the come up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that all makes sense. But like,
Yeah.
I know myself,
Uh-huh.
if the market dipped even just a little bit,
Yeah.
I'd probably panic and sell everything. Is that like
Yeah.
a bad thing?
That's actually a really good question because it brings us to one of like the most fascinating parts of investing prowess.
Okay.
And it's something that a lot of people don't talk about.
Oh.
And that's emotional discipline.
Oh.
Remember a few years back when like everyone was going crazy for cryptocurrency?
yeah.
Everyone was buying it, prices were soaring, and then all of a sudden, boom,
Yeah.
the market crashed.
Oh, yeah.
And all those people who panicked and sold at a loss, they learned a hard lesson.
Uh-huh.
Successful investors, they don't do that. They kind of ride the waves, They don't get swept away.
Yeah, that's easier said than done, though, right?
It is, but it's not impossible. It really starts with just like recognizing those emotional impulses. Like when you feel that urge to buy or sell just because you're excited or you're scared. Just take a step back. Like look at your strategy. Remind yourself, what are your long-term goals? And remember that ups and downs in the market, those are totally normal. That's just part of how it works.
So like patience is key too.
Oh yeah, huge.
Just got to stay patient.
You got to think about it like you're planting a tree.
You
nurture it, you give it time to grow, and eventually it'll bear fruit. But if you keep digging it up to check on the roots, you're just going to mess things up. You got to be patient.
Okay, so patience is key.
Yeah.
And that makes total sense. But what if like the tree or the market changes drastically? Like how do you stay adaptable to that?
That's where it comes back to staying informed. Keeping an eye on what's happening in the market, being willing to adjust your strategy as needed.
So it's not just about being like a math whiz.
No.
You need to be in tune with yourself. You need to be in tune with the market.
Exactly.
And just like ready to adapt at a moment's notice.
Exactly. It's like if you're navigating a ship, you have your planned course, you know where you want to go, but you got to be ready to adjust those sails depending on, which way the wind's blowing.
Yeah. Wow. This is making me realize there's so much more to learn than I even thought about.
There's always more to learn.
Yeah.
And that's what's so great about it, Don't ever stop learning about investing. And one of the best ways to do that is connect with other investors. People who have experience. You can even find a mentor, someone who can like guide you a little bit. It's like having a crew on that ship, they can share their knowledge and help you navigate those choppy waters.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we kind of wrap up this deep dive,
yeah,
what is the biggest takeaway you want to leave our listeners with today?
I think the biggest thing is just remember this investing prowess. It's a journey, and it's a journey of continuous learning. You're going to be constantly adapting. You're going to hit some bumps along the way. That's part of it, but just remember to build that solid foundation. Create your personalized strategy and work on that mindset, one that's disciplined, patient, and adaptable.
I love that. Are there any final words of wisdom you want to leave our listeners to ponder?
Yeah, I would encourage you to really think about what is your own investment philosophy? Like what principles are going to guide you when you make decisions? What are the values that are most important to you when you're building your financial future? Remember, this is about aligning your money with your life goals. It's not just about chasing, whatever the hot stock tip is this week.
I love that. So keep exploring, keep learning.
Yes.
And most importantly, start building your own investing prowess today.
That's it.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Absolutely. It was fun.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
Awesome. We'll see everyone next time.
Lisa.